So we are digging deeper now into this topic. Will the presidential visit help or hurt Congresswoman Tenney? What does this visit mean for Tenney? So we have Luke Perry, a professor of government at Utica College, joining us now to kind of delve deeper into all of this. First, I want to start with Chris Collins. Will that make any kind of impact?
Sure. It's certainly not a good situation for Representative Collins. He's now facing a legal prosecution. Speaker Ryan has already stripped him of his committee position, and he'll be faced with an ethics investigation as well. So that's going to be impactful. It'll be interesting to see how things unfold.
So will this help Tenney, this visit from the president? Because you've seen in other areas when the president has thrown his support behind a representative, it hasn't necessarily always helped them.
Well, I think it definitely helps her strategy. So she's trying to align herself with President Trump. There's a notion of what we call presidential coattails, and she's been riding Trump's through the campaign and supported him throughout his presidency as well. And so I think him coming here, she's asked several times now he's going to come and raise money, and she wants him to hopefully meet with constituents as well. So in the context of that strategy, it's a very good moment for her.
I noticed on social media today some people talking about the price to go to this fundraiser. They were talking about, and you just saw right there, her opponent, Anthony Brindisi. He had a couple barbecues, which is I think about $10 to go or maybe $50 to go. How does this impact his campaign at this point?
Well, I think he's in a position where he has to be careful because he understands that President Trump is popular. He doesn't often disagree with him except on policy areas such as healthcare where they have, extensive disagreements. So I think he'll probably react when there are more details, and particularly if there isn't any type of public event, I suspect in the context of this race he'll make light of that.
Now, what about with the president visiting and supporting Tenney in this? What does this mean for her campaign? Is her campaign in trouble? We've heard her tell us yesterday, for example, this is going to be a tight race.
Yes, I mean, all national analysts have it as a close race, and it's significant in the context of the efforts of the Democrats to retake the House. I think where it helps her is that she needs to have high turnout to win, and so she's focused on trying to turn out Republicans. The risk with that is Trump has extensive support among Republicans, but lower than normal for party members of the president. So she needs to also expand her support to moderates, independents, undecided voters, and it's quite possible that the president's visit is not really going to do too much towards that end.
And then just let's talk about the idea that we have a sitting president visiting Utica. That in and of itself is something that a lot of people can get behind, just having a sitting president in town.
Certainly. So it's been, I believe, 70 years since that's happened, and there's been a public event, President Truman. And so the opportunity to have the most powerful person in American government come visit your area, visit with people, particularly meet with constituents, if that's possible, is a fantastic opportunity should that come together.
And you're a professor. What do you talk to your students about when something like this comes about?
Well, it's still very much in flux. So to me, it reminds me how governments and politics is always interesting because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, this was all sort of a surprise to many because you never know when the president's able to do this. So I think there's that, and then just trying to make the most of the opportunity and learn as much as possible.
Fantastic. Luke Perry, a professor of government at Utica College, joining us tonight. Thanks.
Thank you.